and it's called Poem for George. It's spring, sang the wren from the top of the tree. I listened with rapture as she sang it to me. It's spring, croaked the frog, like an echo to the wren. Rejoice with all nature, for 'tis spring once again. It is spring, said the flowers, in their sweet, silent way. Come, breathe in our fragrance, drop your cares for the day. When spring meets the world, there's joy in all things. Renew your warm spirit, take a lift that it brings. Thanks, Don and Pat. You know, this image of George, well, I don't know if you saw the posters that were put in the undercurrent. And I know there's children here, so I'm being very careful. Walking down the street with his toque on, a beer in his right hand, and his magic bag on his shoulder. Now, the magic bag became a special thing, and I'll tell you how that came about. George and he helped me a lot. I was pretty sick in February, and George was with me every day to help me do something on the tow truck. He would help me lift, and he was just there. And for the last 3 or 4 years, I've virtually talked to him every day. He'd phone me just about every day, just to check in. So there's a big hole. There's something missing here. However, it's all with a smile. So one day we're going out in the call, and it's hot, and we didn't drink and drive, but I got really thirsty, so I said, George, do you have a beer in your bag? Sure thing. So that happened a couple of times, and I said to him one day, I said, God, that bag's kind of magic. It sort of fills itself up every night. And from then on, he loved it. He talked about his magic bag. It was at Allen's. He talked about his magic bag when he went everywhere with it. So that's the story of the magic bag. Okie dokie. I'm looking for a victim. Kathy, would you like to come up?
Sure. Hi, I'm Kathy Buchanan. I grew up next door to George and Peggy and Roberta in the valley. Their property was where I don't know what it's called now, but it's where the Meadowbrook Nursery was. Anyways, I knew George since I was living memory. So when I heard of his passing, I was away and I sat down by the water and I wrote a poem. I'll share it with you. First friend, your wrinkled up nose curls askew, waiting at the log barn. I, fearful of the bull, walk in the ditch under the canopy of salmonberries, happy in anticipation of spending time and playing with my friend Georgie. Forever smiling and joking, your laugh will stay here in our valley of childhood adventures, careening through the bush, fishing in quiet pools of Bowen Brook, feeling the wind in our hair, doubling on your banana bike along dusty roads. I imagine you're riding above all these day-to-day happenings, your spirit gently heading along another road, carefree, loving every minute.
Well, for the past couple of years, George was a fixture down in the Cove. I've got to get up for a second. Excuse me. My buddy would go down the Cove every morning. He'd be down the Cove there, and he would watch the world go by. And then he'd tell me about all the terrible drivers, He would tell me how much construction was going on by counting the cement trucks. And he sat every day. This is actually quite neat. This is a copy of a painting that was done. And this, if you look closely, this is the boss next to the snuff. And there's George. There's George sitting in a spot, rolling a cigarette. Drinking a coffee out of a double. And if you think I'm drinking coffee right now, no, I'm not. This was actually done, and I can get copies for the family. I just found this one. This was actually done on his birthday last September. And it's been said by, it was a good idea. And as I say, everybody's helped, okay? There's been no money spent on this. Everything's been donated. Everybody's donated their time. Everybody's put in the effort. Everybody's come up with the ideas. If there was an idea, somebody's jumped in and paid for it, okay? So this plaque, there are going to be two, I have two plaques here. This plaque, in loving memory of George Proudlock, 1959 to 2009, a friend to all. Will be screwed into the wall, and I'll tell Rondy later, but it'll be screwed. It'll be screwed into the wall, and I believe Naren's going to put one in the Memorial Gardens, hopefully near the cliff, George's cliff. And there's also a beautiful bench. I know it's going to be beautiful because Stacy Deemer's doing it. Stacy's going to design a bench with a plaque on it. The Building Center, along with Patrick, are organizing this, and it's going to be mid-island near the homestead, side of the road. Okay? Oh, who am I looking for now? Hi, honey. How are the kids? Did I leave my slippers under your bed last night? And one of his favorites was, every day he'd say to me, "Are you going to Canada today?" Because he loved to go to Canada, but just for a short time, okay? Just to go and see that this is the best place to live. And one of the things he said to me, I've got all these quotes and it goes through my mind. He'd come to me and he'd say, people are so nice, Bill. People on this island, we don't appreciate this island as much as we should. People are just so nice. I walk down the street, I don't even try to get a ride. People pull over and give me a ride. Yep. Another part to that too is that all of those people that did, and I've had a lot of people come up to me on the street saying, I'm new to the island, I didn't know George very well. But I always had a smile, and usually he made me laugh between the Building Center and the coast. So, I mean, he is in everybody's memory. I lost my train of thought by throwing that one in.
Talking about George.
I get it.
Going to Canada.
Anyway, but the stories that I've heard that he's told me are just priceless and way too many. Now, is there anybody who would like to come and say a few words at this time, just to interject? I know it's not easy, but you know what? If you have a George attitude, it's easy. You just put a grin on. You just put a grin on. And you think of something funny that he said, and then it becomes easy. So the rest of you think about that.
I've known George since we moved onto the island in 1980. He was always friendly, cheerful. He'd meet you in the store lineup, and so everybody's given his favorite line, but I've got to do it for him also. There'd be somebody else in the line, and he would come out with the old, "That's Sean Davies. He is an asshole. I don't know why you think so."